Hey,
Come on, man.
okay, look at Power being coach. Coach DF.
Let's
Let's go.
And here were the Clippers arriving earlier, getting mentally prepared. Here are the five for the Clippers. The veteran wings, Powell and Leonard. The post pairing, Batum and Zubac. And it's Harden in at the one. And for Atlanta, Barrett is out there with Paolo Banchero. Then it's Tyler Hero. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Reeves in at the point. And so it's the Hawks getting on the board first. Here's Leonard. It's rebounded by Barrett. You know, these last few years, Stan, Atlanta has been outstanding on the offensive end. But boy, have they struggled on defense.
Yeah, and I just don't know if they can go to where they want to go unless they can just develop at least an average defense, and they haven't even been close to that.
And I know we've not seen a champion who is only one or the other. I mean, you've got to be a little bit of both, correct?
Yeah, Kevin, most of our champions, as you know, have been in the top 10 in both offensive and defensive. Well, early in this game, they've made one good play after another.
Powell against Hero. Powell dishes to Batum. 6 to shoot. To end the run. And no good that time. Great D that time from Adebayo. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. David.
Well, I was able to speak with Quinn Snyder just before the game. Now, he couldn't have been more complimentary about Kawhi Leonard. After some injury issues, he's now back to being the best guy on the floor most of the time. Coach said slowing him down is like trying to hold back an avalanche with a shovel. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Dan, when you were faced with back-to-back games, did that factor into your game planning at all?
Not really, Kevin. I mean, it factored into what we did in preparation, practice the day before the back-to-back set. But I was a one-game-at-a-time guy, and whatever it took to win that night was what we were going to do, and then we'd worry about the second game when that one was over.
Against Harden, driving to the basket.
That's an important basket there. The game was in danger of getting away from him here early if they let that run go on much longer.
Here's Barrett. Back to Banchero. Stolen by Zubac. Here's Leonard. Another shot. Atlanta with the rebound.
Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
And this guy is a gamer. Hero embraces any chance he can to draw a foul while taking the shot.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Hero.
Well, remember, Hero came into the league as a scorer, and he's only gotten better, continuing to round out his game.
And Hero drops them both.
Yeah, great effort tonight, and he's been rewarded with trips to the line.
Right side, Batum. No good on the three.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
Yeah, now it's all about maintaining this lead, but you can't start playing it safe. You got to keep attacking and executing.
Maybe the best ever at earning free throws. I mean, Harden has mastered the art of contact and still being able to get off the shot.
That free throw good from Harden. Talk about confidence. Greg, what do you think about Harden's quote from a couple years ago when he said, "I'm not a system player, I am the system"?
Kevin, I laughed when I heard it because most guys couldn't say that. But Harden absolutely can. He's an elite scorer turned elite passer. Your offense has to orbit around him when he's on the floor.
Now, here's Barrett. We saw him with 19 points his last outing. They get the rebound. Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
Well, the activity that Bam plays with is special. He's always looking to grab an offensive rebound.
Hero against Powell. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Now, that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Adebayo. Jimmy Butler comes in for Paolo Banchero. Jalen Johnson's checked in for R.J. Barrett. And it's Reza Shea in for Austin Reeves. The Clippers also making some changes. Eubanks, he's checked in for Batum. Amir Coffey comes in for Powell. And Chris Dunn subbed in for James Harden.
A dead-eye shooter. Bogdan working off the pass there.
Hero finds Johnson. Clippers trail by 11. Bogdanovich left side. Going inside. A second chance effort. Here's Eubanks. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. For Atlanta, they've gone 7 of 11 from the field to begin the game. Johnson's shot is off. The Clippers shooting a pretty distressing 27% here in the early minutes. Scooped up. Misses in close. Atlanta leading by 11. After Reza Shea. Just 5 on the clock. Three-pointer, Butler. Simmons pulls it in. Simmons got his 4th rebound in this one. Coffey can't get it to go. Atlanta's gone 3 of 4 on three-pointers in the first quarter, doing well from long range. Shot's good by Butler.
That was all heart there for Butler. Jimmy has never been one to give up on a play.
6-second difference between shot and game clock. Simmons passes to Dunn. Here's Bogdanovich. Johnson with the rebound. Passes to Butler. Outside, Hero. There's the 3. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks. 13 points up at the end of the period. What a defensive effort they put on Kawhi Leonard. It's rare to see him have the kind of trouble he's had tonight. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. Glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And for the Hawks, this has been the game they've wanted to have.
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, but it's hard to keep that kind of intensity for the entire game. But if they can come close to that, they'll be in a great spot.
So with Butler sitting on the bench, here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder right now. Bam Adebayo is out there with Paolo Banchero. Then it's Austin Reeves. Then it's Robinson. And it's Barrett at the 3.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Reeves finds Barrett. And the rejection by Leonard.
And those long arms and huge hands, Leonard has all the tools he needs to erase shots. Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
And it's Banchero missing. Well, it was the Hawks winning their last game against the 76ers in Philadelphia. People like to debate, and Greg, I don't know if this is you, what's better, Kawhi's defense or his offense?
Well, Kevin, I'll say this. Even if he was a subpar defender, his offense alone would have him among the league's top players. But his defense isn't subpar. At its best, it's elite.
Here's Adebayo. James Harden picking up that last basket. Reeves can't hit. Harden looking it over. Leonard kicks to Zubac. Pass to Powell. Rebound by the Hawks. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. And this is the first season matchup for them against this Clippers team.
And with this matchup being an East versus West affair, it will be the first of only 2 meetings between the teams.
Yeah, so kind of special to see how they match up. A lack of familiarity, both for the players and the fans.
Now, here's Banchero. 11 points last game. Reeves in the corner.
And it's the defense that's making it tough on them here in the second quarter, not finding the easy buckets like they did in the first.
Leonard against Barrett. Leonard kicks to Powell. Over Robinson. And that one hits back iron. And here's Banchero. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. Nothing offensively yet from them in the second quarter. They get it again. They need this one, and Adebayo throws it down.
Well, how about the physicality of Adebayo? He is tough to handle that close to the basket.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
Yeah, I think the perimeter game is what helped them in that one. Consistent from out beyond the arc.
Yeah, and what the heck were you supposed to do to stop him? Bucket after bucket from deep. Quite a showing.
Checked in. Simmons checked in for the Clippers. Bogdanovich comes in for Norman Powell. The 3 from Harden. Rebound by Paolo Banchero.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Shot from 12. The shot by Adebayo, no good. Clippers trail by 11. Leonard battling for 2. Stan, we've heard talk about players not heaving up a shot at the buzzer to protect their shooting percentage. Have you run into that?
Oh, Kevin, that definitely happens. Players are concerned about all of those numbers, shooting percentages being one of them, because they become a factor in contract negotiations. But they have to realize, number one, you've got to do what gives your team a chance to win. And number two, with all the analytics, teams separate out what they call heaves at the end of quarters.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Clippers are inaugurating their new arena this season, and they're set to host the All-Star Game next season. It will mark the 7th time that the LA area has hosted the All-Star facilities. Kevin, there will be no shortage of stars in attendance.
That's always the way it is in LA. You're so right, David. It ought to be quite a spectacle. Johnson, the pass to Hero. The 8-footer. That one falls coming off Johnson's feet. Hero's got 9.
Well, this is why the defense has to be up on Hero. His jump shot is a real weapon.
Here's Simmons. Good work defensively by Capella.
Oh, nice job protecting the rim. Turning an easy bucket into a miss.
Here's Butler. In the paint. Butler.
That's just a solid play. One of Butler's favorites.
The pass to Eubanks. He dishes it to Simmons. Pass to Coffey. Passes it to Simmons. And no good.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And that's what you have to do. Protect the house.
Using his strength and athleticism, plays like this from Butler just motivates his team.
Atlanta leading by 15. Reza Shea with it. He's coming off a 13-point game against the 76ers in Philadelphia.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Bogdanovich, no luck. Here's Butler diving in, and it's Butler with the jam.
And for a power forward, he can sure.
Got it! Oh, what a hit!
That is such a tough shot.
That's a miracle. Are you kidding me?
Well, that's an energizer boost heading into the next quarter. You know he's got to be fired up.
And through one half, it hasn't even been close. It's Atlanta up by 16. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much. Here with Coach Ty Lue. Coach, how do you get control of this game in the second half?
I think we just got to do a better job rebounding the basketball and taking care of the basketball. We have some shots that we normally make. We just got to get back in transition.
Building that wall will help you, Coach. I know. Thanks. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is to bring you into the 2K studios again. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Atlanta was looking great right away, seemingly flawless as the game got underway. They were knocking down shots and playing tough defense as they went on a 13-0 run. Just a dominant opening period. They led by 13 after one. Then in quarter number 2, they actually increased their intensity to pull further out in front, finishing with a double-digit advantage at the half. Kenny, what was your take on Atlanta?
There was no shortage of dimes on this team. Numerous guys that played good court vision, moved the ball, led to great shots. They're in full control of this game.
And Shaq, your take on the Clippers?
Their effort on the board has been horrendous. That's a good way to get blown out. The only way they can turn this thing around is to start winning the rebounding battle, to win the battle of possession. Otherwise, they're my favorite. Avocado toast.
And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll catch you on the flip side.
My brother.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You look at Jimmy Butler. He's really been playing well.
And he was an absolute monster on the offensive glass in that first half. I don't know how you slow him down.
Yeah, look, even when you put a body on him, he finds ways to extend possession.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Taking a look at Los Angeles. The guard pair, it's Harden and Powell. And small and power forwards, Leonard and Batum. And it's Zubac in at the 5, roaming the paint.
And Hero is so confident. When he's looking to score inside, he does not back away from contact.
The Hawks shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night. And the first one drops. He's perfect from the line this time. Clippers with the ball. They trail by 18. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. And Barrett slams it in.
And you see the edge Barrett plays with, attacking the rim with bad intentions.
Leonard on the wing. Over Barrett. And that one's good. Leonard's got his second bucket of the night. The Hawks leading by 18. Hero passes to Barrett. To the inside. And Hero the bucket on the assist from Banchero. Banchero's got his fourth assist with that last one here tonight. Harden kicks to Batum. Here's Leonard. Solid shot from the distance of about 14 feet. Leonard's got 6.
Totally dialed in. Leonard makes quick work from that mid-range.
Barrett. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Leonard's got his 5th rebound in this one. Harden the pass to Powell. Batum inside. He's covered by Banchero.
And the way they have controlled the glass this game, really impressive.
Yeah, they're winning the possession battle, and that's often what decides games in the NBA.
Now here's Powell. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game. And the dunk by Zubac.
That's why you never quit battling on the offensive glass.
And that's a nice reward for his effort. The flush, perfect.
Well, that's what he does. He makes an impact with his activity on the board.
Robinson's checked in for Hero.
Now into the lineup for your Hawks, Duncan Robinson.
Reeves against Harden. Reeves with pass to Banchero. Great tee that time from Batum. Clippers trail by 16. Pass to Leonard. Back to Powell. There's the pass to Zubac. Over Adebayo. No good from Zubac.
Well, that's a miss you can live with. I expect they'll go to it again, especially if the defense continues to concede it.
Barrett, no good. The Clippers have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
That's what this coaching staff has encouraged Leonard to do. They want him in attack mode.
Kicks it out to Banchero. 6 on the shot clock. The Hawks again can't hit.
Well, despite his lack of efficiency, the team has put together a good offensive effort tonight.
A power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. Atlanta calls timeout. Dan, isn't it terrific? We're seeing these great stars in the NBA extending their careers more than ever before.
We certainly are, Kevin, and it's great for the league. The league keeps getting younger, though. These guys come into the league earlier, but I think what players have learned, it's not even just the basketball part. It's the strength and conditioning. It's the nutrition. They've taken care of themselves better, and that allows them to last longer.
Clint Capella, he's checked in for Bam Adebayo. Butler comes in for Banchero. Jalen Johnson's checked in for Barrett. And it's Reza Shea in for Duncan Robinson. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Simmons checked in for Zubac. Eubanks comes in for Nicholas Batum. Bogdanovich, who's checked in for Leonard. And it's done in for Powell. Johnson with the block. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks very much. James Harden is still a factor at age 35. He says, I'm more than a scorer, so for me, it's just impacting the game at the highest level. Kevin, he's led the league in scoring 3 times, but he's also led the league in assists. So it's pretty much true. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Don't forget, he rebounds as well as any guard right now in the NBA. And we may have an injury here that does not look good.
Well, I mean, you really feel for him. I mean, and the entire team. Just, you got to hope for the best.
Yeah, this can bring a team together. Guys can step up and try to pick up the slack for an injured teammate.
And that touch Harden has, making the floater look so effortless coming off his fingertips.
Here's Reza Shea. Bogdanovich grabs the miss. And here are the Clippers. They're on a 12-4 run right now. And it's Leonard missing. The Hawks leading by 12. Butler on the way. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Back to Johnson. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless. Building this lead in every way possible.
It's hauled in by Clint Capella.
Well, he hasn't made a shot, and his team is losing. Time to find another solution.
And Leonard has it in the corner. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And Leonard is such a tough cover. He's so good at baiting the D into foul.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls.
Known for his incredible defense, Leonard's huge hands and timing really helped make an impact on that end.
Bam Adebayo's checked in for the Hawks. Tyler Hero comes in for Austin Reeves. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Powell, he's checked in for Eubanks. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
And a guy any team would love to have. The quiet confidence of Kawhi has worked throughout his career.
Oh, tough play by Butler.
He's been very reliable tonight. Not wasting any chances, really using his head.
And it's Leonard missing. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks sitting with a comfortable lead up by 14. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. We come back right after this. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Yeah, it's pretty to watch. It's great to have so many big men in the NBA who can dish it like this.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. They've got Jalen Johnson. R.J. Barrett is out there with Tyler Hero. Then it's Butler. And it's Adebayo in at center. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Johnson can't get it to go. Clippers trail by 14. Bogdanovich passes to Harden. That falls. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich. Harden's got the 4th quarter going with the first basket of the period here for Los Angeles. Butler with the ball, and it's Harden picking him up. It's hauled in by Zubats. Zubats has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Bogdanovich, no luck. The Hawks leading by 12. Hero on the wing. A three-pointer off the mark. Barrett against Powell. Outside, Bogdanovich. Here's Harden on the wing. Down low, Zubats lays it up off the glass.
Yeah, that's what they want to see. He has to start asserting himself. They need him to take command of this game.
And it's Butler missing. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for Los Angeles. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets.
The numbers are talking. Harden with a huge night, showing great versatility.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over.
And Coach can't like what he's seeing, trying to get them refocused.
Yeah, you have to take a timeout in a situation like this. Stop the bleeding a bit and regroup.
Changes. Banchero's checked in for Butler. And it's Austin Reeves in for Jalen Johnson. And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Well, during that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Quinn Snyder said to his team. He told them it's all about maintaining the lead. He told them he knows it's easy to get comfortable when you're in this position, but that they need to keep the pressure on. Guys?
Thank you, David. A chance here to get a quick injury report. Let's check in with David Aldridge for an injury update on Chris Dunn. David.
Thanks, guys. I got a status report from Los Angeles' head athletic trainer. He told me it's a sprained elbow. Now, they put some ice on it, and they're hoping that he doesn't have any inflammation. He's definitely out for this game, and they said there's a chance he could miss a few more games as well. We obviously hope it's fewer games, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Hopefully we'll see him very soon.
And just trying to get some traction offensively. Boy, it hasn't been pretty.
Yeah, right now, Coach needs to draw up his best play, get some points, and give this team some confidence.
Clippers trail by 8. Powell dishes to Bogdanovich. Harden outside. The shot comes out.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Barrett against Bogdanovich. Barrett, no good.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Harden inside the three-point line. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
You know what? The switch has flipped, and he's in that proverbial zone right now, knocking down 3 of 4 here in the fourth.
Banchero finds Reeves. Over Harden. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. Now the Clippers with it. It's been 8 unanswered points for them. Powell. Rebound by the Hawks. They led the game at one point by 20. Pass to Reeves. Good D by Harden. And it's Harden with the ball for Los Angeles. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. Now it's Harden. It's stolen by Adebayo. Reeves outside. Pass to Barrett. Now Adebayo. Knocked away. Stolen by Zubac. Here's Powell, and the dunk by Powell.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
A sequence like that really does sting. I'll tell you that much.
Time call here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. They're in front by 4. 1:32 left to play here in the fourth. We present our New Balance Player of the Game, Tyler Hero.
And tell you what, he's worked very hard to get himself in good position throughout the course of this game. And that comes across in his shooting percentage. He's hit over half his shots from the field. And that's not because he got hot as much as it's because of the effort he put in to get himself open.
Bogdanovich against Hero. To end the drought, and the dunk to finish it off. Beauty.
Well, when Hero gets his offense going, he holds nothing back. He just keeps pouring it on.
And the Clippers call time here. They're behind by 6. 1:20 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Leonard. 1:15 left in the fourth. Here goes Kawhi. Second shot opportunity. A shot that time, not on target. Great defense that time from Banchero. Here's Hero. It's held in by Zubac. And here's Los Angeles. Big stretch here going 10-2. Harden the pass to Zubac. Here's Leonard. Great defense that time from Banchero. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. Here's Barrett. Nice touch on the back shot. And the Hawks lead by 8.
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, just protect the ball, make smart decisions, don't give them a chance to get back in the game.
And that's an intentional foul.
Team first. Clippers substitution.
A bucket here would give them a bit more room.
True, but no need to rush it. Play smart.
Team second. At the line for your Hawks, Tyler Hero. Taking 2 shots.
drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so both free throws are good, and it's an 8-point game. Now the Clippers with it. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Powell for 3. Can't hit that one. Here's Reeves. And so the Hawks take the win. A confident win, and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. And I think they built off that edge of being here and playing with just a little more confidence than their opponents.
And now, let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline for our player of the game. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Tyler. They're a good road team, but you guys got a good win at home and took care of business on the home floor.
Yeah, we had to be locked in. We know how good they are. They come in every time we play them with a lot of energy, a lot of focus. So come in here, we got to get stops. We know how tough they are. Make a couple of shots, and get out of here with the W.
Hard fought, but well earned. Congrats on the win. Back to you.
Thank you, David. And that'll do it, folks. So, for Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. See you next time.